Hi everyone, it's Dorcas and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about stickers. In one of my previous videos, someone had asked about my sticker collection and sticker storage. So I thought it'd be a great time, since it's the beginning of the year, to just do a little overview of the stickers in my collection. I won't necessarily go through all of the different shops, but I can in a separate video if any of you are interested in knowing which are my go-to sticker shops, but more how I've organized them and then how my kind of sticker collection has progressed over time. I am a lifelong sticker collector. That said, there was a kind of period in time where the way I planned did not really involve stickers, and that was during my bullet journaling days. Instead, I kind of just drew out all my layouts. I didn't really add any icons, maybe a little bit of deco here and there, but I pretty much painted and drew out all of the, deco that was in my pages. And, if you're curious to see any of those old OG videos from my channel, I'll link it in the cards above. Going through one of the flip throughs, I think in 2019 or 2020. So that said, and if you stick to the end of this video, I am going to show you my very first sticker books from when I was a little kid. Um, I, yeah, I've just always been obsessed with stickers in one shape or another. So I'm going to fast forward to when after bullet journaling, and I started discovering this planner community with Hobonichi books. I never had a happy planner or any of those other books, but I when I made the switch from making my own planners to journaling in a already printed book, that's when I discovered all these sticker companies that are out there from mostly small shops. And so I first started with a trip to Michael's where I bought these sticker books. And again, I didn't have a happy planner, but I love that these books were themed, and they had everything you could possibly need. They had boxes, they had just these pretty just pictures or stickers to use on the side. They had water intake, they had trackers, they had you know all kinds of things all in one book, and it was very easy to store. I love that it has this elastic to keep everything um, closed. So I bought a few of these. So this is still before Hobonichi Cousin. I had created my own planner. I designed my own layouts. I printed everything on rhodia paper. I, designed the whole thing on InDesign. And so that's when I was using these kinds of stickers. Um, this one was one from Recollections. This was one I um, also really liked. They had icons for everything: meal planning, birthdays. They had date numbers. They had days of the week. It had a lot, a lot of stuff. And some pages I've ripped out and transferred to other sticker release paper, because that planner that I created also had a section with sticker release paper. And that one's included in my kind of planner journey video that I can also link to in case you want to see what that planner looked like. So then we have a few more on reading. And I love the ones that have like gold foil. It just add a little touch of fancy. And I would kind of use these to decorate the sides of the pages. I would snip it up and have it coming off of the corners. So that's what these books were about. I really took to Once More with Love. This is when I first learned about, if anything, I thought Once More with Love, I didn't really think of it back during these days, because I thought like, oh, it's on Michael's, it's like just some brand. But later on, when I discovered character stickers and I got into the Hobonichi kind of ecosystem, is when I learned about Margaret and Once More with Love as I know it to be now, which is just this like really like a one woman shop. Um, and I love this set. This is kind of like a sleepy time set. Um, and so I really loved using, she had like little washi strips in the book as well. And this is all on kind of regular matte paper, but some of them would be on clear paper. Let me see. I think this is on clear paper. So there's also a variety of the kinds of stickers. There's some with gold foil, some without. I also loved Sweet Kawaii Designs. This was another one. Like between these two, um, that's what I was decorating most of my planner pages with. So those were the sticker books. And then in end of 2021, yes, end of 2021, I was setting up my first Hobonichi event. And that's when I discovered more of like Once More with Love, the Coffee Monsters Co. I discovered Paper Echoes, Happy Daya, all of the little character stickers that just completely just kind of like shoved me down the rabbit hole. So when I kind of, I think it was around Thanksgiving, around the holidays, like Black Friday, like I stocked up. I had so many orders coming in from all these different sticker companies. And what I decided to do right off the bat, and I'm very thankful for 2021 Dorcas, is that I decided to immediately take all of those sticker sheets and remove all of the stickers and put them into a reusable, like a sticker release book that I created myself. And that is this thing right here. I absolutely adore this book so much. It's completely like I made it myself. I didn't buy it. And I I guess it was like, thank goodness this was like good sticker release paper. And I'll link to the sticker release paper that I bought. It was off of Amazon. Thank goodness it was good because I have heard horror stories from people who transfer all of their stickers onto paper like this and then they can't pull them out and it's just completely destroyed. So I will link to the one that I use because it has been fantastic for me. So this book is made up of some cardstock that I had gotten from, I can't remember, and I don't know if she's even, if the shop is still open, but she was giving like packs of paper and she's like abroad, I forgot what country, but she had all this like cute cardstock, acetate, vellums. Like I still have packs of those papers, those pretty papers. So I bought like a whole stash of them. She was selling it by the pack. And so I just took, this one, which was a collab between the shop that I can't remember now and Once More with Love, and I laminated it. So I have that. And it was two-sided. So, it would have one pattern on the front and another on the inside. And I bound it. I punched all of the papers and I bound it using my, I think, the cinch tool. So it's to kind of create these coil bound notebooks. Again, I'll link to that as well. Hopefully I remember. And so I just created my own book. I created my own sticker release book. I added a ton of pages, more pages than I'll need. And then I sectioned it off. And to this day, I still, like, I've memorized the order of the sections so that if I am flipping to any one section and I want to get to, like, say, my work stickers, I know that it's, over here. Or if I want to get to my social outing, I know that it's over here. And every other sticker release book that I have, collected since, they follow the same order just because at this point it's just ingrained in my mind the order that things need to go in for my own sticker organization. So the way that I've organized it, and I'll go super quick. So these are all my feelings stickers. So however I feel, or mental health, sleeping, just overall wellness. These are all my wellness stickers. Then it goes into work. So all of my work stickers, computers, laptops, meetings, running late, to-dos. school, etc. Since I'm a teacher, those all go here. Then it goes into finances or pay orders, that like money related things. Just yeah, those kinds of stickers: buying, shopping, ordering, expecting, delivery, being broke because of all that. That goes here. This section is for weather, and the order for me is spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then it goes into holidays. So it goes into Christmas. Then we do house chores. So all of my house chore stickers. Then social, so connecting with others, eating with others, family time, relationship, that is all here. Then we go into, kind of the hobbies. So first is reading. And I remember wanting to do reading instead of watching, because even though I watch way more than I read, I just kind of wanted to be that person that prioritizes reading. So reading is first, all of my book related stickers, then watching. So clearly, I have to stock up. I just ordered more stickers from Coffee Monsters Co. Because I am running low. So that's all watching and movies. Then we go into gaming, even though I'm not a huge gamer, but it felt appropriate that it would go with watching. Writing, journaling, those kinds of activities. Then it goes into painting, and I'm also running low on that. Not necessarily because I've been doing a lot of painting, but because I've been teaching a lot of art. Language learning, then other kind of planning, knitting, other cozy hobbies. So a lot of planner stickers. Planner, 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 washi. Um, then we go into travel. So some traveling stickers, traveling, moving, car, kind of being on the move. Then we have exercise, fitness. So we've got a bunch of different fitness things, then showering, kind of self-care, a lot of self-care, beauty, music, just things that make me feel good. Then we go into the cooking and food section. And that's kind of like almost the last section. But when it comes to character stickers, this is the last section. So this is, starts with cooking, all different cooking, then groceries for that cooking. And then we go into breakfast. We go into other meals. So all kinds of, healthy meals, takeout, pizza, burgers, all kinds of meals. Then we go into desserts. And I will tell you why this is kind of getting a little cumbersome to turn, because I don't usually go through all the pages like this. But desserts, ice cream, baked goods, and then we go into drinks, hot chocolate, tea, and then like cocktails, sodas. And then this final section, and I use these removable Avery tabs. And again, I've had this, 4 years now? Let's see. Yeah, 4 years, and they're still, maybe they're getting a little less sticky, but I mean, it's on sticker release paper, so what do you expect? All things considered, they are in great condition, and I handle this all the time. So back here is where I have my boxes, so post-it notes, labels, just other things that I use in my vertical pages to mark down appointments, meetings, things that I need to kind of call out so that it stands out. Just all kinds of, just these kinds of stickers, these box stickers, for lack of a better word. So I'll go in here and find things that matches the color of that week's layout or theme, and just other little miscellaneous. This is, yeah, trackers, more stickers, more box stickers. These are cool because you're supposed to kind of stick them, and then if you want to write something personal, you can kind of fold it in a way where it just stays hidden until you lift the flap in your planner, and then you can kind of hide it away. Same with this fridge. And I think these are all from Paper Shire. Yeah. So like lettering, corner stickers, just other larger stickers, little tiny deco that I never really organized because, you know, where does a dinosaur go? I don't know. More character stickers that are just deco instead of actually calling out to something. Um, yeah, and then in the back I have some leftover holiday stickers from just previous purchases, and more, just more miscellaneous. This has become kind of a catch-all, but all these years later and I still have all of these blank pages. I was also putting kind of leftover washi because I felt bad throwing it away, but then I also don't use it. So the reason why this is kind of becoming a little unwieldy to turn, and I'll have to go through again a little more carefully, is because I included a certain number of pages in the, you know, in each section, but I wasn't quite sure how many I need. And so my solution to that problem is to punch all of the pages after I've cut them down to size and then snip off um, all of the little like holes so that then I can just pop it back in. And with that, because I have extras in the back, I can pull out from here and then slot them into the section that needs more pages. I can't say I've had to do that. I give myself quite a lot of space for that. But now that I have other books, I find that now I have more space to spread out those stickers. So, you know, in the back, let me see. I have these other stickers that are mostly deco, and I haven't really wanted to put them um, in this book because it's mostly character stickers. But that's where they are for now, just so they don't get lost. I also made this um, folder, which has since kind of snapped apart a bit, but I laminated some pretty vellum with this cute little dachshund doggy with a balloon. And it's gold foil, but because it's laminated, it kind of dulls it out. But this one is also there, and it would house any stickers that I wanted to keep tucked away and, you know, ready for it to be sorted into the appropriate category. So this has been my kind of main sticker book for all of these years, and it's still holding strong. I have to go through and just kind of sort through all the kind of the snippings so that it lays, it's a little more, it's not so, you know, it flips a little easier. But yeah, but this is kind of my go-to. This is the first book I grab when I'm going to set up a page. So apart from that sticker release book, I also have, let's see, this mini version of that same sticker release book. And this one doesn't have tabs, but again, it's a lot more consolidated, again, because it's much thinner than this one. And this one's supposed to be more for on the go. And it has, you know, this is kind of like the best of. It has like a smattering of the stickers in here for each of those categories. And as this gets depleted, I'll go in and pull from that, you know, original book to put in here. But it follows the same order, except that maybe it's just one page per category so that it can, you know, it can all fit in here. And so when I'm home, I try not to pull from here because I want this to, you know, if I'm out and about or traveling, I want this to have, be as full, as complete as possible. And then here, I've been putting a lot of the Coffee Monsters Co. Collection, like year collection, so 2025. All those labels are here. And so once I've put in those labels, you know, I've also been adding stickers that friends have given me when I'm at a planner meetup. So when they give me like snippings of pet tapes or just, you know, little stickers to go, I just plop them in here and I always have them in hand. So, you know, maybe they have me swatch washi tape, like these stamp ones, and then I just kind of stick them all here. I tend to do that with the stamp washi tapes because it's easier to take along. So those are, and then also have leftover kit stickers all in here. Um, so yeah, so this is kind of my little to-go sticker release book. Obviously, I didn't make this one. This one is from Once More with Love. And I might have a second one. I can't remember. But this is, I've had this one also for many, many years now. Next is this book. So this one I got maybe in 2024 as part of I think it was like a mystery box. I think it was a mystery box from Ohana Story. I think they were either closing their shop or they were merging or just kind of revamping. So they were having a crazy sale. And so I got this little album that is definitely stuffed to the gills, somehow still going strong. But I love this Totoro cover. And this is where I have my other sticker sheets. And I'm not going to go through every single page, but it's like sticker sheets that I don't want to undo and put into the other book just because it doesn't really make sense to. And so if I need something, I'll just pull it out, use the stickers that I need, and then tuck it away again. So this has quite a variety of sticker sheets, especially since I started going to pen shows and buying sticker sheets from the shops there. The thing that's really bulking it up are these Hubman and Chubgirl sticker sets from their subscription boxes, and just I love. I think I've talked about them already, but I love the quality of their stickers. They feel so good. So I have quite a few Hubman and Chubgirl. And just other stickers that I've gotten from D-Stash. You know, functional stickers that I've had since the beginning of time. I've had these since end of 2021. And I found that I had them tucked away, I think in a pouch or as like a plastic baggie from one of the orders. I had them all shoved in there, and it was hard to remember what I even had in my collection. And so having them here and kind of grouped helps me remember, like, oh, I need like a day of the week sticker. And then I can go into here for different like label stickers or, you know, what have you. So the Hubman and Chubgirl stickers I kind of keep together so that I know, oh, it's a rainy day. These are all of my, you know, rainy day series stickers. And this is like breakfast. So the rest are pretty much Hubman and Chubgirl. And if it's empty, it's because it's been pulled out for like winter, my winter time stickers. So, and then this one is something from Abby C and Everyday Explorers. This is her sticker album that's just tucked in there for now. So this is super bulky. Again, I don't know how it's still how it's still like not exploding, but that's what I have, and I've had this for a while, like I mentioned. And so a few months ago, what I decided to do is just like I did with this situation where I pulled out, you know, the ones that I use a lot or the ones that I want to keep close in hand, for lack of a better word, I don't know. I decided to pull out and create a slimmer version of this book. So these are stickers that I'm not necessarily using day to day or, you know, frequently, so they can stay stored away, and everything is just here on my desk to the side. So it's all very accessible, but because it's so bulky, I just don't want to keep trying to pull stuff from out of here. I just keep it stored away. This is kind of like my storage, you know, my long-term storage for stickers. And so the smaller version of that is this. So this is a Coffee Monsterz Co. sticker album from a couple years ago, I guess. I can't remember. and so I pulled out the stickers that I love the most, or I want to use and remember, um, and so that it's not buried in the other one, I've kind of put it here. So obviously I won't tell you all of the sticker brands, but these are some of the more newer stickers that I received over the summer from um, San Francisco and DC and the Empire State Pen Show. Just, the stickers that I've been really gravitating toward. Um, so those are all here, especially like the washi stickers. I'm really loving that, the finer stickers. There's also a lot of print on stickers from MU. So these are kind of all my print on stickers that you just kind of rub onto the paper so that it's much less bulky. And then these are my 2026 plannering stickers from Planner Monkey Co., as well as days of the week and monthly headers, numbers, etc. So this is a lot easier to carry. This plus this is much easier to carry than this plus this. But that's the bulk of my sticker collection. Not to say that's all of it, but when it comes to day-to-day usage, these are the ones that hold basically, like, this is a good representation of the stickers that I have in the entirety of my collection. So other things that I also have and use for sticker storage, let's put that there. We'll go with Hubman and Chubgirl super quick. I have these um, binders. So these are, is it 3-ring? No, 6-ring binders that I got from Hubman and Chubgirl probably a year ago. And they come with plastic sleeves that you can also order. This was part of my very first Hubman and Chubgirl order. So I got it on sale, and these are the stickers that go with the other stickers in the bigger album, but not necessarily. These are more like planner stickers, and I don't really use these types of planner stickers like Bill Do on Payday. I don't use these in my planner, so they're here so that they're not taking up space in the other one. I prefer their vinyl stickers, so that's what I've kept a little closer in hand. But I semi remember that these are here, and originally I had it sectioned off by collection, but as you can see, it's mostly empty. Um, most of the book is, has yet to be filled. Maybe I'll circle back to this as a storage solution, but I do like that the other ones, as thick as they are, they're more portable. That said, this is a slim profile. It's just a lot bulkier. But if you really want to see this bulk up, here's another one that I also got at that same time that was part of the freebie for the order. So out of my various Hubman and Chubgirl albums, and I have 4 of them, this is the one that is the most used, I guess. In terms of there's it has a lot in there. And can you believe that this one has been dedicated or devoted just to housing my Sterling ink stickers? These are just empty extra holders, but these are all of the leftover stickers that I have from Sterling ink subscription. Now, I had the subscription maybe for a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years. I can't fully remember. I think I started at the end of 2022, and I do love that like all the stickers are there's like a little code to tell you when. So yeah, so end of 2022, you October, and I have it like sectioned off by like this is 1 month, another month, and then the larger stickers for both months are housed in the back. So it has one long sleeve and then two smaller sleeves, so it's perfect. And I had so many leftovers. So every once in a while, I'll go in, select a few themes that I like because each month is a different theme. But honestly, like they all work together. And that's one reason why I kind of paused the subscription because I was feeling a little samey. Um, but every once in a while, there'll be a collection that I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. But I haven't bought any Sterling ink stickers, I think. Did I buy any Sterling ink stickers in all 2025? I don't think so. I think I ended in like December of last year of 2024. So those are all like leftover kits. You get so many in one kit, and there's various tiers for a subscription, and I always have the middle one, which is a $35 one. Um, and you get so many stickers. It's in washi paper. It's great quality. Like her illustrations, she draws everything, and it's gorgeous. But after a while, I was just like, okay, I can only take so many browns and greens and creams. Love it, but sometimes you just want a little extra pop of color. Like, you know, I think March of 2024, like it had orange, and I was just like, mind blown. So, back here, I have her month stickers, I have some little trackers. Um, her tabs are amazing. I love the tabs, and I still have enough for a couple more years worth of tabs. So those stay there. I have the date packet, which I use for my 2024 planner. And yeah, so just a bunch of extra. This is all Sterling ink stickers except for that, but um, you know, more date packs, uh, date stickers. That's what I would use for my daily journaling, and then just extra vinyls from just other shops. So that's, you know, I've shown you two Hubman and Chubgirl binders. And then I have two other ones, but they're empty. And those look like these. So I have this one, which is completely empty. I just couldn't bring myself to use it because it's so pretty and it's Winnie the Pooh, but it's completely empty. You know, one day I'll use it for something. Something will come to me. And then this big, super big one. Um, I don't have any sleeves for this. It's just like a 3-ring binder. It's really pretty. It's very cute. No idea what I'll use it for, but I got it because it was on sale as well. So a few more reusable sticker books that I have bought from other shops include the one that's always in the back of my current planner. So this one's from Coffee Monsterz Co. Again, follows the same order as my other reusable sticker books, and it houses a lot of, you know, just catches stray orphan stickers that need a home until I pop them in my planner. I do need to go through and clean some of this because there's stuff that I'm just never going to use. So that's where that is. Then I have one in the back here in my B6. So this is the A5 size. And I know that she's just re-released it, or it's maybe still available. I know Atlas just released the A6 and the no, A6 and the B6 size of these stickers. So there's this. And this just doesn't even have like a lot of character stickers. This used to be in my Hobonichi Hon, and I've just put it in here because there's still a lot of pages that I can use to catch, you know, catch stickers. There's this one that I just received from the Q4 subscription from Coffee Monsterz, and I have sectioned this off to have each of the 4 quarters from the 2026 collection. So I have Q1 stickers here, and then there's still like 2 or 3 pages, quite a few pages left for each quarter. So that way, when I get to that quarter, I can know like, okay, this is what I want to use for those, you know, 3 months of the year. And there's also little pockets here in case I want to, you know, have sticker sheets and then maybe not necessarily put them here, or it's just waiting to be transferred over. And then I added this cardstock folder in the back here to just also house stickers. And this also has some sticker release paper from the stickers that I already transferred into the book. I have a Travelers Company sticker release album in here. And these are tinier stickers because this is a tinier book. And so those are all in here. I need to go through these because I was setting up my reading journal and was looking for some more book stickers. So I can totally use these. But those are in here. And then I also have one in my regular size TN, but that one's completely empty. I haven't used that one yet, but it is in the cover. And that's pretty much it when it comes to stickers that I use now, other than, I'm just remembering, this pouch of vinyl stickers. This is an old pouch that I've had for like a decade, and this has all of my loose vinyl stickers. It is quite a lot, it is quite chunky, and I, I do probably need a better way of storing these so that I remember what I have and don't have to like take out chunks at a time when I'm looking for a particular sticker that I kind of remember I have in my collection. But this is what it is for now. Uh, and it used to be in another little baggie that was falling apart. So at least this is a little more durable, and they're all in there, just safe. So yeah, so now I can say that's mostly pretty much my sticker collection. I have a tin of pet tape snippings, but in terms of the things that I reach for every day, that's pretty much it. So now what I want to show you is my childhood sticker books. These were like prized possessions of mine, and they were just too precious to use back then. And now I'm like, does it really fit my vibe? I don't know. I don't even know if they still stick anymore, but here they are. So these are my, oh my goodness, the way I used to baby these things, the fact that the cover is still on them is impressive. Because these are like, how old are some of these? I mean, this is when I was in like junior high, elementary. Junior high was peak sticker collecting time, I'll have you know. So the first one that I had was this one that I don't even know where I got it. Probably some local hobby shop, maybe Hobbyland or something. But these are, this was in a time where you would go to a shop, go to a card shop. There was one in my neighborhood called Sunny's Card Shop that you can just buy by like the roll. You can buy a little square of them. And I would just like try and get as many different, like a variety of them. Love Snoopy. Um, and just like I wouldn't even transfer it over. Like I would not take them off of the backing. I would instead tape the backing paper to the pages of this book so that it would not, I don't know, like get wasted. I mean, geez, I haven't even flipped through this book in like 30 something years. Let's see. Yeah, like like 35 years, 30 years. So and then I was running out of space, so I was starting to have to get like crafty. So I would stick in a sheet, and then to that sheet I would stick in another sheet. And obviously Lisa Frank was very huge in the 90s, so there'll be a lot of Lisa Frank. They're like holographic stickers. They're stickers that I used for class projects. I remember this little alligator made a cameo in 5th grade, but these are so fun. So here, and I would get like, if I would get like a whole sticker book, then I would like cut up that paper or that sticker book and put it in this. This was like my master sticker book. If I got any stickers from a like gum, I would add that in. Here, let me see if I can. More Lisa Frank. Let's see. Got to be very careful. I had like fluorescent stickers. I had stickers that you can like dress the other stickers with. So this came with little like outfits for the stickers. I even had band-aids, guys, because band-aids are kind of like a sticker. If they come in like a cute design, let me see if I can show you better. You know, that was a sticker because it stuck. I have these. Maybe I should use this in my Faded Chronicle planner for the weather. Lots of Lisa Frank. So yeah, I was just sticker obsessed. These are glow in the dark. I don't even know if they glow in the dark anymore. I don't even know who Nicole is. Like I would just collect it all. Here, these are fuzzy stickers. Oh my goodness, these baby, like Disney baby stickers, I was obsessed with them. Winnie the Pooh was forever my fave. This, does this still work? This kind of has like liquid or something, and it kind of moves it around. Let's see. More Lisa Frank. It's about to get Lisa Frank heavy in a second. More Lisa Frank. Yeah. Oh, and then this kind of folds out. Yeah, it's just layers and layers of craziness in here. Yeah, there's more stickers in there. I just have to figure out something's catching. Oh, there, it's the band-aids, guys. It's the band-aids, the Winnie the Pooh band-aids and Disney band-aids. Oh my god, but check this out. How cool is that band-aid? Come on. Okay, more Lisa Frank. Yeah. So that was one album. More Lisa Frank. I don't even know what this is. That was from something. More Lisa Frank. So that was like my one album, and I don't know how long it took me to like fill this up. Like a few years. After that one, we moved on to this one. And this one, let's see, there's like a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Yeah. So we'll put that aside, but this is my Hello Kitty album, which I was also obsessed with Hello Kitty. So these are just other sticker sheets from Lord knows when or from whom. Winnie the Pooh. I mean, I loved Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, so more stickers. Yeah. Peanuts. Here, I'll flip through really quick. This is also multi-level madness. And again, never stuck it directly onto the notebook. Glow in the dark, Keroppi, Disney babies. I used to just decorate the headboard of my bed with that. Oh my goodness, I remember these little mini sticker books that had different pages. They're so cute. There's that. After that album, we had this album. So Disney. This one, I love this one because it has that like holographic. Oh, it's like memory lane. This made me so happy. This was my escape to the point where, okay, story time. I used to be a part of the STEM program when I was in junior high, so like 7th, 8th grade. and it was at City College, so just up the block from my junior high. And sometimes, so I was in this program, and my best friend was not in this program. And sometimes, every once in a while, I would skip out on this STEM program at City College for junior high school kids, um, and instead just walk all the way back, like 3 miles back to our neighborhood, and we would go to Sunny's card shop and buy stickers. I don't think my mom knows that, and I don't think she'd care at this point, but every once in a while, I would just skip out, and for the most wholesome reason, though, to buy stickers. Um, there. And I turned out all right, I think. And then finally, we have this one, Winnie the Pooh. This one's, I think, during high school. Um, so there's some that are still, oh, Care Bears. So this says Garfield, and these are the ones that I think you put in like a coin or some, some coins into the like the machine, and you like push it in, and then it like pops out a sticker. Those are from those kinds of machines, but all of these are still from those shops that you would just buy them a square at a time. Um, so this album is not, is it full? No, it's not full. Um, So there's this. So many stickers. Do they stick? Let's see. Let's get a little baby Sylvester. It still sticks. Oh, let's see. How cute is he? Okay. I mean, if this is part of my like legacy and the inheritance I leave my nephews, I don't know. This might have to get buried with me. I don't know. And that's it. That's my sticker album. Oh, by Sandy Lion. Sandy Lion stickers. I remember them. But those are the things that I held so dear when I was a child, um, probably a teen. And I mean, if 14 or 12-year-old Dorcas could look at me now, she'd be like, okay, I don't feel so uncool anymore. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has been fun for me to just kind of go through memory lane. Hopefully I've given you some sticker storage ideas, but let me know, how do you all store your stickers, especially your vinyl stickers. I can definitely use some ideas on that to make it a little more organized. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!